This weekend, man, we've got a whole lot going on. So lots of events, but if you are an allergy sufferer, man, I am so sorry. The pollen count on the grass and the wheat pollen are both in that high category. The mold is also spores in that high category. The tree pollen in that moderate category. But man, it definitely hurts if you have to be outside and you're an allergy sufferer. We don't have any rain really on the way, or at least not a whole lot. And unfortunately, the drought monitor hasn't really improved a whole lot. We have seen a little bit of improvement since last week, mainly over central Oklahoma, but it's actually intensified a little bit. The drought has across the Kansas and Oklahoma border. So the red wasn't all there last week, but it is intensifying a little bit. In the meantime, it is pretty outside. We have a blue sky. This is our El Reno camera, part of our Pike Pass Skycam network. We're at 80 degrees and the wind is calm. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s, pretty much statewide right now. We have some 90s showing up in the Panhandle, and that is where the wind is actually coming in out of the south between about 15 to 20 miles an hour. The rest of us have more of an east to northeast wind between about 5 to 15 miles an hour. In the big picture right now, kind of showing we've got a cold front across the Dakotas. We've got the ridge of high pressure, really kind of a heat dome out to the west, and things are pretty quiet across the central and southern plains, and it's going to stay that way for the next couple of days. But we're still tracking a cold front that should be moving through this weekend. The cold front right now looks like it's going to kind of be delayed until late Saturday evening, maybe Saturday night, with the cooler air lagging behind it even farther. Now we're talking about Sunday afternoon being more around 80 degrees or so, with just a slight chance of rain and storms during the day. Most locations will likely end up staying dry, but the nicer air will last for a couple of days after that before heating back up by about midweek. Temperatures back in the 90s. In fact, it looks like temperatures will eventually climb back into the middle 90s, so heating even more so up there. So over the next couple of days, temperatures ranging from just a few to a handful of degrees above normal. The cold front makes a difference. That's going to put us at about 5 degrees below where we typically are on Sunday, right around normal on Monday. But after that, we quickly start to warm up. In fact, it looks like by Thursday, we're a solid 10 degrees above normal, even more so by the time we get to next Friday, if that trend continues. So today, looking for a high of about 89 degrees in Oklahoma City, 91 in Ponca City, 93 in Alvin, 89 this afternoon in Lawton. Overnight tonight, temperatures drop down into the low to mid 60s under clear skies, and then tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, and it's still going to be a little hot. Temperatures around 90, the low to mid 90s across the north. Kind of the same thing on Saturday. I think during the day, the cold front's going to be just kind of hanging out in northwest Oklahoma. Looking for a high of 80 degrees in Guymon, but still the low 90s across Woodward and Alva. And if you're headed to the OU and the OSU game, it's not looking bad at all. By kickoff, which is at 6 o'clock, 91 degrees in Norman. By halftime, mid 80s, and by fourth quarter, temperatures drop down into the upper 70s, and we should see a little bit more cloud cover by then. And then the OSU game starts at 6:30, kickoff still also the low 90s with just a few clouds kind of hanging around. So a beautiful day. Halftime temperatures in the low 80s, and by fourth quarter should also be dropping down into the mid and upper 70s. By then, partly to mostly cloudy, with temperatures feeling pretty nice by the end of the game. But by Monday, warming back up to about 84, and then the rest of next week is looking hotter. Temperatures climbing back into the mid 90s. Those overnight lows starting to warm up quite a bit as well. But man, this cold front, it's going to make a huge difference. I just kind of wish that difference would last a while longer. Looks like by Monday morning, temperatures could drop down into the upper 50s and low 60s.
Yeah, don't close the pool just yet. We're still experiencing summer-like temps, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's going to be warm for a while.
All right.